So, Helen, may I ask, how has the COVID-19 impacted on the industry, the animal feed industry?
I suppose the primary impact is the supply chain, basically. So obtaining raw materials with various kind of industries that supply raw materials into the feed industry, getting impacted by the coronavirus, particularly in terms of skeleton staffing, things like that. So production's gone down, lead times are getting bigger. We have seen some customers stockpiling or attempting to stockpile. So I suppose maybe it's the feed industry equivalent of the toilet roll fiasco. But some customers are trying to do that. I think, again, it's managing the situation. So you're running a skeleton staff, and also the impact of the protection of those staff as well. So increased hygiene restrictions, PPE, just a different way of working, really. So in terms of impact overall, it's not been as large in the feed industry as it has been in some other industries and areas. But I would say the sort of securing supply chains and raw material supply and skeleton staffing has been the issue.
David?
And I think just to add to that, obviously we're fortunate in a way that we can keep working as part of the global food supply network. But as Helen says, there have been some challenges, and obviously guys and the people in the factories working flat out to maintain the supplies onto farms. But a lot of it now working from home, people not going onto farms to visit as they would do normally. And I think there's been quite a challenge with obviously setting up virtual networking, and especially as many of us live in the remote areas of the country where the broadband isn't quite so good. So quite often the video conferencing goes down. So it's been a challenge, but we're working, and I think, fair play to everybody involved from the farm right the way through to supplying to the supermarkets. We're seeing the responses and keeping the food on the shelves.